More than 600 volunteers from the American Cancer Society, including a group from Madison, just returned from a trip to Washington, D.C. They met with Wisconsin lawmakers to ask for, among other things, increased funding for cancer research.
Kirby Davidson lost his son Ryan to brain cancer 5 years ago at the age of 16. Welcome to Live at 5, Kirby.
Good
Thanks
to
for
see
being
you
here.
again, Kirby.
Thank you.
Why did you make this trip to D.C.?
Well, unfortunately, my family is one of those who has been touched by cancer, like so many families in Wisconsin and across the country. And our son Ryan was diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor when he was just 6 years old. And for a little guy, he battled so hard, and he never gave up. He endured multiple brain surgeries, chemotherapy, radiation, experimental drugs, and clinical trials. But unfortunately, as he said, after a 10-year battle, he did pass away on his 16th birthday.
We're seeing some video here of your beautiful boy. We had the privilege of meeting Ryan, and he was so brave, Kirby. He inspired so many people. Your whole family did. And what was it about going through that experience that you felt you needed to express to our lawmakers in Washington, D.C.? What did they need to hear from a family like yours?
Ryan always lived with this fight-on attitude, and that's what kept him going every single day. And we all adopted that theme of, we'll fight on. Well, we don't have Ryan with us anymore, and we still carry him in our hearts. So we're going to fight on for him, for other cancer patients, for survivors, for caregivers, because we need to make sure that that message is heard loud and clear. When we're losing 500,000 people a year to cancer, we've got to make sure that the research continues.
And that's why you went to the lawmakers?
Exactly.
To push for that? Who did you meet with?
We met with Congressman Ryan, both Senators Baldwin and Johnson, and other lawmakers from around the state. And they were very open and receptive to our ask of increasing cancer research funding, because it's something with research. Ryan never felt that medicine failed him. He felt that it gave him a fighting chance. And that's why he would fight for research to be increased and continue to give that next child a better chance, and the child after that an even better chance. So they are very open, even in a tight budget, to talking about this and knowing that this has to be a national priority.
Because when you think about cancer, you don't normally see it as a public policy issue. There's so many other issues that sort of get involved. But do you think lawmakers have a role to play in helping families like yours?
Yeah, they certainly do. I mean, the National Institutes of Health was set up originally through the government, and it's there to fund research. But as the budgets have gotten tighter in Washington, we found that they've been cutting that budget, or it hasn't even kept up with inflation. So there's actually less money going into research today than 10 years ago. Wow. That's a real concern, because those next breakthroughs are going to be left in test tubes. And we can't have that. So it is a public policy issue. A national priority has to be set on increasing research, not only for cancer, but just for all the major illnesses, because they're finding out so much, not only from cancer, but the different diseases and how we can work together on the different breakthroughs.
I don't think you can meet anyone that hasn't been affected by cancer in one way or another. And this is a step forward into a brighter future.
And how proud to do it in your son's memory.
I carry him with me every day. I wear this bracelet, and I remember him, and it was an emotional couple of days last week in Washington, but I do think our message was heard.
Well, thank you for sharing him with us.
Thanks for coming out today, Kirby.
Good to see you.
Good luck.